Hey everybody! So there is a lot I need to cover in this video. It has been a whirlwind this past year, not only for me, but I know for so many of you guys out there. And I really just want to make this video as informative as possible and hopefully a little entertaining. All right, so first up, what is going on with my channel? I know. You guys have been seeing this show Last Week in Gaming. It's hour-long content. It's been living on my channel. I have the first hour of the show and then the second hour of the show that I post up here on this channel. And unfortunately it doesn't do as well, meaning you guys aren't as interested in watching an hour-long video every time, and I totally get it. The reason why it's on my channel is because the Caffeine app, where we live stream the show every Tuesday at 5 p.m., doesn't have a function where the video is saved after the live stream ends, meaning there's no video on demand. So in order for people to go back and watch the show, I decided to make my YouTube channel the hub where all of that content that we did, the entire show, lives. So we split it up. The first hour is, of course, the news portion of the show, and the second part is the guest, where we discuss about their career, experience in the gaming industry, what's going on with them, and all that good stuff. A lot of changes have happened since you've started seeing this content on my channel. It used to be that the show would live stream on the Caffeine app every Friday at 5 p.m. But unfortunately that time frame is not very good for everyone, and it could be for any number of reasons. My guess is that people on Fridays they're probably stuck in traffic getting back home from work. 5 p.m. out on a Friday is just a crazy time. People go out with their friends. It just didn't seem like the ideal time for the show for whatever reason. So we decided to change it to Tuesdays, and we had a limited amount of time where we could fit that show in. We had to cut it down to an hour, not only for the creative of the show to get to the point quicker, get to the guest quicker, but also because we had a lot of back-to-back shows going on in the studio that day on Tuesdays, and that was the best time that we could find. So it happened on episode 15 where we were starting finally that new schedule. We were going to have our first episode Tuesday at 5 p.m. We had our guest Erica Ishii, and it was gonna go great. Now the thing that happened is when I showed up, I didn't know this, but they ended up switching out the crew. So none of the crew that we had that day, unfortunately, had experience running the show, had all the assets, knew how to program it, that sort of thing. And so it was a much different show. It looked different, it had a different feel, and of course it was its entire new format at this point. It had been cut down to an hour, so we were testing out a new shortened format. So the show ended up going live, and it went pretty well. We had our guest Erica, and she had a great time, and we had an amazing show that day. Unfortunately, the crew, and as you know, myself as well, were not prepared to record the episode to then post it up on YouTube. So if you guys have been part of the Last Week in Gaming audience this whole time, have been relying on this channel to catch up and watch the episodes after they air, unfortunately you guys have been probably left in the dark about what's been going on with those episodes. I finally was able to track down the footage about 2 weeks after the show aired. Given that it was so late, I was like, I can't just post this 2 weeks later. It's out of date. People are probably gonna be like, what the heck? This is so late. And I felt I needed to make a video like this one to explain everything that was going on with that, so you guys would be in the know. We then, of course, had to pivot again in terms of our production. Once COVID-19 started popping up, we, of course, could not have a show on the Fox lot. The Fox studio closed down. We had no longer any access to crew. People were social distancing at that point. So we took a week off and we started to kick off a production from my home. So now the show has experienced another downgrade in quality, and now we're back to recording the show that started out of my home. We're doing that once again. It's a bit of a bummer, I gotta say, because I do really enjoy working with Caffeine, and the whole point of the partnership, or at least a big reason why I partnered with them, was because they would let me use a much more expensive, much more elaborate studio to put on a production that's a lot better quality than what I can pull off at home. So that's where we're at. And because I haven't posted any episodes since episode 15 on this channel, I figured you guys were due for an update on why that was. You can expect in the next couple days all these episodes to start being posted on this channel. I don't expect them to do super well. They are in a new format where they're half-hour portions of the show now instead of an hour, which is nice, and hopefully we'll do a little bit better than the hour-long content. But just so you guys know, that's that's the whole point, is to have the show live somewhere. And so I'm going to be posting them throughout this week and into next week, so you guys get the content. At least you'll have it. And if you missed the episode and you were curious about what Erica Ishii had to say, what Gary Whitta had to say, what Jessica Chobot had to say, you can now watch those episodes. The news might be out of date, but we still make it a fun show and joke around and stuff, so it's still entertaining, and I hope you'll still give it a watch. So that's what's been different about this channel. That's what's going on with this channel. The caffeine show is still going to be posted on this channel moving forward, but what I want to do, and this is maybe more important to some of you than others, I want to start doing more vlogs and Let's Plays. Actually, the show that I did for the longest time on caffeine had a 10-minute Let's Play that I did, and those Let's Plays are kind of fun and really good content, and I think I might just opt to post those as well separately, because I think they're really fun and I think you guys will enjoy the content. They're edited in a really funny way, and it's games that you haven't seen me play yet, so. Or if you did watch the episode, you already saw me play it. In that case, you don't really have to watch these Let's Plays. So that's kind of what I want to do moving forward. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I know I set out to have this channel be a place where you guys get to see a lot more behind the scenes of my life, and things have been so chaotic actually in 2019 and the start of this year, that I haven't had time to actually sit down and record this video for you guys. Record a video, a vlog, anything. I know you guys have been wanting this. Why don't I just freaking do it? I guess these videos are sort of daunting in a way, because, for example, this video, I had to plan and figure out how I was going to give you all this updated information about what's going on. It was a lot to unpack and a lot to structure, and hopefully it came across in a concise way. So I guess my next video will be more about what's going on with me. My Patreon is still happening. I'm using that Patreon now to fund a lot more projects. I don't know if you guys can hear that bird, but he is having a day. You okay, birdie? Of course, I wanted to do a lot more vlogs in 2019, and I think that's something I can still do now in 2020, especially given that I have a little bit more time freed up. I hope you guys still enjoy the remaining episodes. So I have 3 episodes to post: Erica Ishii, Gary Whitta, and Jessica Chobot. My next show, unfortunately we had to cancel. The one that was supposed to happen this week will be next week instead. Atomic Marie is still gonna be our guest. She was supposed to be on this week, but as some of you guys know from my Twitter, I had to cancel the episode because of technical difficulties. It's not something I like to do, but we are trying to put on a relatively decent production from home, and sometimes these things happen. It's unexpected and it's kind of sucks, but you know, that's life. It's not how I expected the show to go this year. We had kicked it off really nicely last year, but unexpected things happen, and these are crazy times. I mean, at this point, everyone's just rolling with the punches, figuring it out as they go. So that should hopefully cover what I wanted to talk about in this video. It's gonna be a little bit rough moving forward. I'm gonna try to do a lot more content, kind of like the charity stream that you guys saw yesterday, because that did way better than a lot of my last weekend gaming episodes, and I can see why. I can see why you guys want that. It's just more of me being me, and I've denied you guys that up until this point. And I've been very private, and I've been very quiet about my opinions on things. And I hope to change that, because, I don't know, you guys are great. And I also would like to do a lot more content that I like to do, and that I think you guys will like as well. So that's the plan. A thank you is in order for all of you guys who are watching this right now, all of you guys who have stuck around on this channel through all of this. Yeah, just look forward to more crazy content. Let's just have fun. Let's mess around, because I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen next. So look for the upcoming episodes that have not been posted yet, and look for some Let's Plays as well, and some in-between stuff sprinkled around. A couple vlogs, a couple things like that. I'm also doing a lot more Twitch streaming. Thought you should know that. What else am I doing these days? A lot of Animal Crossing. Next video, look for it. I'm gonna be doing a Q&A. Some of you guys have been asking me about that. Where the heck is it? I don't know. It's coming. I'm gonna be posting very soon a Q&A, my promise to you. I asked you guys probably a couple times for some questions. Anyways, I have them. I know what questions I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna do Q&A for you guys. Because we never celebrated that I hit 100K on this channel, and why the heck not? Let's get it up there. let's start growing this channel. Let's start doing some crazy stuff. I would love to know any suggestions as well that you guys have. If there's anything you guys want to see more of, Caffeine Show will still be on this channel up until we end our season, which is 24 episodes. We're on episode 19 coming up, 18 since this week got canceled. So it's gonna be episode 18. Wow, we only have 6 episodes left. Crazy. Anybody you'd like me to have as a guest on the show, let me know, and what other kind of content I should be posting here. Show me the world. Okay, I'm gonna stop being silly. Let's end this video. I hope everything I said made sense. Obviously, it's been chaotic. Obviously, a lot of things have been happening that were out of my control, but now this is in my control, and I like that. So, I'll catch you guys later. Okay, bye.